Everyone in Silo 18 is looking in the wrong direction. Right now, the entire focus of the rebellion is centered on Juliette Nichols and the shattering revelation that there are other silos out there. Patrick Kennedy and the Outsiders have secured physical proof, a helmet from Silo 17. The shadow government, now spearheaded by Camille Sims, is retaliating with chemical warfare, actively suppressing Juliette's memories to keep the population blind. The chess pieces on the upper levels are moving fast. But while this massive power struggle is happening in the cafeteria, in Judicial, and in the marketplace, there is a massive, completely unaccounted for variable sitting at the very bottom of the bunker. A variable that changes the math of the entire revolution. Lukas Kyle is officially presumed dead, or permanently exiled to the deep mines. Judicial doesn't talk about him. IT has scrubbed his access. Even the rebellion isn't actively looking for him because to them, he was just a guy who spent his nights looking at the stars on the cafeteria screen. But Lukas isn't just a missing person. He is the only human alive inside Silo 18 who actually understands how the machine intends to kill them all. To understand exactly where Lukas is hiding right now in Season 3 and what he is planning, we have to look back at who he really is and, more importantly, what he found in the dark. Lukas was never a frontline fighter. He was an IT shadow. He understands the architecture of the silo's data better than anyone outside of the head of IT. He didn't look at the outside world and see a conspiracy. He looked at the lights in the sky and saw patterns. He's analytical, patient, and invisible, and that makes him the most dangerous kind of threat to a system built on rigid order. Think back to the climax of Season 2. While Juliette was preparing to survive the cleaning, fighting for every inch of truth on the surface, Lukas went in the exact opposite direction. He descended into the deep infrastructure. We're talking about the restrictive server rooms at the very base of the silo, beneath mechanical, beneath the generators, areas that even senior IT workers do not know exist. He didn't just find dusty hard drive down there, he found the brain. He made direct, unfiltered contact with the algorithm. We know now in Season 3 that the algorithm is not just a set of rules, it is the absolute overriding authority over the silo. It operates with cold mechanical calculation. It completely bypassed Robert Sims. It chose Camille. It dictates the exact memory wiping protocols currently being used on Juliette. But Lukas was the one who actively interfaced with this entity before the lockdown was initiated. He sat at that terminal and saw the raw code of their reality. He didn't just learn that other silos exist, he cracked the firewall. He learned exactly how the system defends itself when containment fails. And that brings us to the most terrifying piece of lore in the series, the safeguard. This isn't just a lockdown protocol, it is the ultimate kill switch built into the very bones of the infrastructure. The safeguard is a mass extermination mechanism designed to flood the entire silo with lethal gas through the central ventilation system. We've already seen the aftermath of this. It is exactly what wiped out the population of neighboring Silo 17 decades ago when their own rebellion got out of hand. The algorithm's sole directive is the preservation of the silo system itself, not the preservation of human life. The people are expendable, the experiment is not. If Patrick Kennedy's rebellion pushes too hard, if they try to dig into the walls, or if Juliette finally breaks her chemical conditioning and exposes the truth to the masses, the algorithm will not hesitate. It will trigger the safeguard to cleanse the silo and start over. But the safeguard is a mechanical process. It requires valves to open, fans to push the gas, and a closed system to ensure no one survives. And that is exactly why Lukas Kyle is off the grid. This brings us to the ultimate theory for Season 3. Lukas Kyle is currently operating as a ghost in the machine. He knows about the safeguard. He knows the algorithm's exact logic. And because Judicial and IT assume he's dead or neutralized, he has unparalleled, unmonitored freedom to move through the deep infrastructure. He's in the walls. He's in the vents. Right now, the system is distracted. The algorithm is preparing to dose the main water supply with memory-wiping drugs. Those massive barrels of vitamin D+ we saw being moved at the end of Episode 2. The entire security apparatus is focused on keeping Juliette suppressed and hunting down the stolen helmet. While their eyes are turned upward, Lukas is the only one in a position to sabotage the plumbing, the vents, and the servers from the bottom up. He isn't hiding out of fear. He's systematically dismantling the safeguard from the inside out. He's cutting the wires to the gas chamber. When the rebellion finally boils over and Camille Sims runs to the terminal to hit the kill switch, nothing is going to happen. Lukas is making sure the system misfires. Juliette might be the face of the revolution. She might be the one to rally the people and open the doors. But Lukas Kyle is the one holding the key to the execution chamber. And when the time comes, he's going to lock the algorithm out of its own system.